So I guess one of the things that I've experienced with a client that I'm working with is, like everybody last year, we had a fantastic summer in the hospitality industry because, you know, we just weren't allowed to fly out anywhere. So everybody sort of, you know, the whole staycation thing boomed, and that trend is now set to continue, I think, for the next couple of years at least. But there has been a sort of a complacent sort of attitude towards stuff. So everybody sort of like, brilliant year, we're doing really well, profits are through the roof, so actually let's just relax, chill, you know, let's just hold off on the reserves for marketing spend because, you know, let's just celebrate. And actually that's quite a dangerous thing and a mindset, I think, to have, because, you know, as we know, everywhere was packed last year, but in order for, you know, customer retention and that repeat visit for next year, you've got to make sure that everything's ticked. Now, whether that's the F&B, the customer experience has got to be through the roof because you're competing with different countries, different markets, etc. And if all of that isn't on point, then forget about, you know, the visiting that's happening next year. This is, you know, this is almost, what's happened is that people have got to really start thinking about new customer acquisitions. You know, because of that complacency, it's forced us down a direction for customer acquisition, new customer acquisition strategy, which means actually, you know, we've had, you know, so working with the client, I've come in and taken a bit of a step back and just looked at the whole proposition as a whole and actually looked at all the various customer touch points. Now, whether that's design, food and beverage strategy, the marcom strategy, all of that. And it's actually doing the bare minimum to sort of get yourself through a summer now. That kind of attitude isn't enough now, and thinking, right, well, okay, COVID's here to stay, so actually, yeah, we'll wing it and we'll sail through for the next 2 years. It's just not enough. It's almost because it's ferocious out there, so it's almost like you've got to raise your game and then some as well. And that's one of the things that we're looking at now, is how do you reposition all of your, you know, look at the brand proposition. How do you look at your target, your segmentation, look at the demographics, the reason for why people visit? Because we've got to entice a whole new group of people that have got to come and visit these sites now, because actually the experience that some of the guests might have had last year wasn't up to the standards that they should have had or they deserved. So that's why actually now our approach is, how do we reposition this brand and go for a completely different market as well? And we're doing that through the various works that we're doing with, like I said, F&B, looking at designs, how the storytelling piece, all of that.